Good afternoon. How you doing? Sorry that I'm a bit late doing my broadcast today, but today's been an absolutely busy day. Just a quick look over the back of the house. I'm doing my little broadcast on the veranda here because one, it's a little bit warmer on the veranda here than it is around the front because the sun booms directly in, and as you can see, yeah, the clouds are looking a little bit mixed at the moment, quite cloudy. I don't think we've got any rain forecasting on the way. But anyway, there you go. There's a little look at the area at the moment. Right. Okay then. Right. What's happening this morning then? Well, it's been a busy morning, to be quite honest. Obviously getting ready to go to the UK. However, I've also been busy with the accountants this morning, with the KEP office, also PDF forms as well, getting those sorted and printed out. They're a pain, I've got to be quite honest. So I spent quite a bit of time in town this morning sorting stuff out. Quick news reference coronavirus for those people who are curious. At the moment, we had 438 new cases in Greece. We also had 9 deaths. That means at the moment we've had 509 deaths in total since the virus started. And we've had 25,370 cases since the virus started as well. Just to let you know that there's 84 people who are in ICUs at the moment being treated and on ventilators, and 256 people have actually passed through the ICUs since the virus started. Also, as I think it's going to be one of them broadcasts, I think, where I'm going to get interrupted. So I think what I'm going to do is just go into the bedroom and finish the broadcast here, because I think I got better internet reception. Right, so as I was saying, we had 256 people have passed through the ICUs for treatment since the virus has started. Also be aware as well, we've also had 2 arrests as well in Zakynthos over the weekend. One man was arrested for running a business, not wearing a mask, not social distancing. He got a €7,000 fine. And somebody else was also arrested over the weekend, again running a business. Don't know anything about the details of the business, but again it was for non-following of coronavirus laws and rules, and they were fined €5,000, plus they were also shut down for 14 days, which for a lot of people is just as bad as the €5,000 cash fine that you have to pay out as well. So yeah, the police are still hot and they're still going around checking on what's going on. Right, got a right mixture of news as well for you as well. The top story at the moment in the Greek media here is that Athens is preparing for both diplomatic and military level for a potential crisis. Word getting out at the moment, what's going on. But as I was saying just before we were stopped, Athens is preparing for both a diplomatic and military level for a potential crisis in the Aegean and the Eastern Mediterranean. Basically what's happening is that the the sanctions that were placed upon Turkey are due to expire this week. And nobody's quite sure how this is going to turn out with Turkey. Turkey at the moment has had sanctions placed upon them to stop illegal drilling for oil and gas in the Aegean, and also from sailing within 12 nautical miles or 6 miles of the Greek and Italian coasts. It seems Greece and Italy had extended their national waters up to 12 miles. Everybody else agreed this at the UN. They said that's okay by us. The only people who didn't sign to that agreement was Turkey. Turkey are feeling that this could be a violation and a commitment for war. So in the meantime, basically what's happened is Turkey and Greece have gone on to high levels of military awareness, and also a survey ship which has been surveying and has been escorted by Turkish military vessels, has been doing a survey in the Eastern Mediterranean. It's also wanting to see the survey ship is due to stop its surveying on the 22nd of October, where it should actually return to port. It's also understood that basically, yeah, it's deemed that this Turkish survey ship, the Okuris, is due to stop its surveying activities on the 22nd of October. And it's interesting to see what will happen if the vessel then decides to head towards the island of Castellio and sail within 6 or 12 miles of it. Greek armed forces say that they are on high alert for possible actions taken by the Turks or for any provocations. What we do understand is that the Greek forces will only fire back if they are fired upon, basically. So basically they are in the warning of a first strike. Turkey's got to hit first before they will retaliate. So again, things are hotting up in the Aegean at the moment. Also, the other thing which has been highlighted as well is the fact that America is going for elections on the 3rd of November. And so, in fact, there's going to be a bit of a political vacuum with America while the election process is going on up until January, when obviously the elections take place and a new president is sworn in. If a new president... Oh, sorry for that again. They are definitely not wanting the word to get out. Don't worry, if you're watching this on YouTube, the whole thing will run smooth. If you're watching this as a late broadcast, it will all run smooth as well. So anyway, Greece is on high alert. There's also the issue of the American elections coming up, a political vacuum with America, as obviously, if you remember, Mike Pompeo, the American Foreign Secretary of State, he was in Greece not so long ago, and he actually did say to the Greek Prime Minister Mitsotakis, go into a form of hibernation until after the elections. Yeah, go into a state of hibernation until after the American elections. And even he said until see who the new president is being elected, because then obviously he can do business. Also expecting that if Joe Biden comes into power, that Biden might be more receptive to Greece than what Donald Trump has been at the moment. So we're going to keep our eyes on that. So at the moment, it's proving interesting. Going back to some local news here, in November should see the completion of works on the port down in town, St Nicholas's Port in the town. At the moment, €2,900,000 has been spent on restoration damage. You might remember that back in October 26, 2000. Right, you might remember back in 2018. Jane remembers this. I was actually flying back to Greece at that time. We had huge earthquakes here that took place in Zakynthos. Did damage to the port, did damage to Laguna, also did damage to the town itself. And I do know Jane said she'd never felt earth tremors as bad as what they were. And where we live quite well outside of the town. So anyway, work has been going on the port, €2 million worth of work to fix the port because that was badly affected by the last tremors. Some of that work was stopped in January because of technical issues. Work was stopped in January because of technical issues and the work, and also because of the fishermen as well, because fishermen also said that they wanted work to be done for them. I'm just moving to another location where maybe my signal might be stronger. So I'm now in the lounge. So yeah, basically, where was I? Yeah, the work was stopped in January because of technical issues to do with one, drilling into the actual port itself to check the foundations of it, and also the fishermen as well were raising concerns about where their moorings were to be as well. And as far as I'm aware, that's then resolved. So at the moment, so I'm back again. Somebody's just sent me a message, John Clifford, my video is stuttering. It's not just you, it's me and all, mate, I'll tell you. So anyway, it looks like that the port should be finished by the end of November. The work should be done. Already we've been down looking at the port as well and seeing the dredging that's been going on as well. They did have some plans to do more to the port, but I think those plans at the moment have been shelved just for a while. They just want to get the basics done and then obviously get that sorted. Also with the port as well, which was interesting, that a tender that was put out to remove the wrecks that are in the port. There are some shipwrecks there from vessels that have been confiscated by the Port Authority. It seems that the where was I now? Yeah, it seems that the tender that was put forward by the Port Authority for somebody to come and remove those wrecks has fallen through. According to the Port Authority, they said that the people that were interested in taking the vessels away decided it was too expensive and they didn't want to do it. Now, what's not been made clear was whether they were paying the Port Authority for the right to take the wrecks out, or whether they were looking for a tender for to be awarded to somebody who would take them away at the right cost. Me personally, what I would have said was, listen, we got 2 wrecks in there. They might be worth. I would have said, listen, we got 2 wrecks in there. They might be worth money as scrap. If you want to get them out of the port, you take them away and you're responsible to get rid of them. And then that way it would clean up the port. So I'm not exactly sure when they say a tender was raised, whether it was you're paying the Port Authority for the right to take those away. If I'd have been in charge, you can take them for nothing. Your expense to get them out, your expense to clean up any mess that are made. And I do notice that around where those wrecks are, there are buoys around them to obviously stop any spread of contamination of oils and liquids from within the vessels. Yeah, it would have been your responsibility to clear that up. But again, to get them out for nothing, to get somebody to take them away, because there is no owners for these vessels, all of that's been done. That would be the best move. What else have we got for you? Yes, the Zakynthos Theatre. I know a lot of people are asking about that. What's happening with that? Do you know what? They've been building that theatre since I first came here in 2005. Well, at the moment, the mayor is going to be having a meeting, reference the ongoing situation with the municipal theatre that is almost complete. Almost complete. I must admit, I didn't mention this, but when we had the cyclone, part of the roof blew off. And there was what do you call it, cordon tape along the front of the building warning people to stand clear of the building because of a problem with the roof. All right, but anyway, it seems because the building has been built using EU money, the building is now in a situation where the EU now are saying basically what's going on, what's happening. And if the building is not completed, then obviously the money that the EU put towards that building, there is dangers that that money may in effect have to be given back or sanctions taken against the municipality because it hasn't fulfilled the promise of building the building and finishing the building. So at the moment, according to the local press at the moment, the mayor is going to have a meeting with people from He's going to have a meeting with people from various committees that's involved with the theatre. It has been said by the municipality that there's been big mishandlings of the project. There's been lots of questions about money from the project as well. And those serious concerns have got to be addressed. And as well, I think everybody wants to see that building finished at the moment. It's been sat there waiting to be open. It looks a fantastic building. It's something that for the culture of the island would be absolutely brilliant. And it's way overdue being open and ready. So yeah, please guys, get it finished in my lifetime at least. I would like to see it open. I would like to see shows and plays being performed there. because it just adds to the culture of the island. And for the time it's taken and the money that it's cost, you're not building the National Theatre. That's all I can say. You're building a regional theatre, which I think could be, again, another great location for culture here on the island. Oh, and the last thing, which I thought was interesting, our insurance guy who does our vehicle tax reckons at the moment, talking to the local press, that 30% of vehicles on the island are uninsured. Yeah, he says it's a big problem at the moment here on Zakynthos with vehicles not being insured. Some of it is obviously financial, obviously. Some of it is financial, okay? People are obviously having difficulties at the moment with everything that's going on, and it's easy for people to basically stop paying their vehicle insurance because it's one of those bills that they'll try and chance driving without insurance. Trust me, it's not worth it. He's also said it has a big impact on everybody else for those people not driving insured vehicles, in the fact that we end up paying more in the way of premiums, etc. And he did say that premiums in general in Greece are actually low. He also said people who own multiple vehicles, his advice to them is get your plates off your vehicle, return them to the tax office, and just use one of the vehicles that you would use most that suits your pocket, which I think is pretty good advice. So once again, just be aware that 30% of vehicles driving around on the island here are uninsured. Right, let's have a quick look at who's tuning at the moment. Can I just say thank you to all those people who've stuck with me through this broadcast. This has been the worst broadcast ever. Right, I do apologise to everybody who's stuck with me through this broadcast. I seem to have lost everybody that was online tuning in. Once again, say thank you to all those people that stuck with the broadcast. I'll edit the first part and the second part together to go up onto Facebook. Andy Orchard is looking in. So hello, Andy. How you doing? Frontline health worker. Oh, right. So what I'm actually going to give up here at this point because this is the worst broadcast ever. Just to let you know that as tomorrow I am flying to the UK to go and see my mum. I'm looking forward to flying out from here. I might try to do a quick little broadcast from the airport tomorrow morning to say ta-ra until next time. I've noticed loads of people are now tuning in again. So I'll quickly, if I get the chance, to flick through and say hello. Andy Orchard. Also, big shout out to Alex as well. Nice to have you here, Alex. Are you still here in Zakynthos, or have you gone to Milton Keynes? That's what I want to know. Paul Fleming, nice to see you as well. DJ Chris Kemp, also Steve Hinkling up there in Stoke-on-Trent. Nice to cut it here because obviously the internet is just absolutely appalling. Now you can see why I don't do radio broadcasts from here, because it is so bad. I will hopefully see you again soon. I'm off to UK tomorrow. Thank you to all those people who are tuning in now saying hello. I'm going to bang it on the head. I will upload the show this afternoon. This blog. It'll be all edited together. When you watch this back, it will run all joined up, obviously. But I'll put the two halves together and then repost it up on YouTube. Can I say thank you for the reaction to the cats video? Some very nice comments about that. Oh. The people who commented on the cats video, some really nice comments I received for that little blog. But I'm going to go now anyway, because it's just really awful at the moment, and I will be in touch with you soon. So you take care wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you later. Ta-ra. And now I can't switch it off. You're that mad. Come on, switch off. God almighty, when you want to talk, you can't talk. And when you want to go, it won't let you go. Now, it should let me go. And it's still not going. Oh, God.